Hi everyone, Drew from Marching Maestro here. Today we're going to take a look at how to configure registration for your competition within the Marching Maestro platform. To start, we'll take a look at registration settings, which you can find in the left-hand nav menu in the dashboard underneath registration. Here, you can configure your registration status, whether your registration is currently open and accepting applications or closed. You can configure how you would like your registrants to pay fees for your competition. You can give them the option to pay by check, digital payments, or give them the option check or digital payments. You can set the registration fee for your competition. Marching Maestro will automatically collect this fee for those that choose digital payments when you accept a registration in the dashboard. And lastly, you can set a performance deposit if you'd like to help recoup the cost if you happen to have a group that doesn't show up on the day of your event. Next, let's take a look at questions. Marching Maestro asks a set of default questions to all registrants for every competition. This includes things like contact info and information about the group they're registering. But you can also choose to configure additional questions to ask the registrant. You can see for this particular event, we've already configured one additional question asking the user how many trucks they will be bringing to the event. This is a selection question, so the user is given a few choices. For this particular question, they have the option to choose none, 1 to 3, or 3 or more. You can also mark an additional question as required. If it's marked as required during the registration flow, the user will not be able to submit their registration until they've answered the question. So now let's take a look at what the registration process looks like for someone registering for your event. Registrants can find your event on register.marchingmaestro.com, or you can send them a direct link to your event registration site. So we're on the register site. Let's search for that event we were just configuring. Here you can see the event we were just looking at, and we're going to click the register button. This that you're seeing now is a dedicated registration page for your competition, and you could take the URL for this page and send it out to people that you know might be interested in registering for your event. Once someone arrives on this page, they'll be given a welcome page explaining what the registration process is like. They can then navigate to the first page of the registration, which is asking for some basic contact information. Go ahead and enter our phone number. Some of the information is pre-filled if we are able to determine that information from the currently logged in user. Next, the registrant will configure information about the ensemble or group they're registering for the event. So let's say we're registering a group called County High School. They're the County High School Marching Band. Their address is 123 County Road, County, Georgia, zip code 12345. On the next page, the registrant will choose what performance class they're registering their ensemble for. You can configure these performance classes within the Marching Maestro dashboard if you'd like and customize them as you need. Go ahead and for this particular registration, choose class AAA. On the next page, any additional questions that you configured in the dashboard will be given to the user. You can see that how many trucks will you be bringing question is on the page. Go ahead and make a selection there. On the next page, the user will be prompted, how they want to pay for the registration fees for their event, If they have been through a registration process on Marching Maestro before, we'll have some saved credit card information for them that they can choose, which will make the process quicker. This is a new account, however, so we'll go ahead and add a new payment method. We do provide some convenient payment methods like Apple Pay and Google Pay. But for this demo, we'll just go ahead and enter a credit card. Click Save Payment Method. Now the user's chosen which credit card they'd like to pay their fees with. On the last page of the registration, we just provide a summary of everything the user entered. They can make sure everything's correct and hit Submit. At this point, I've registered an event or submitted a registration for an ensemble for this 2025 Marching Maestro Classic event. Back on the dashboard, if I go under the registrant section in registration, I can see all the registrations that have been submitted for my event. You can see I've already accepted one registration from Central High School Marching Band, but we do have a pending registration for that group we just registered. So we'll click Review. Here, as the event host, I can review all the registration information and decide if I want to accept or deny this registration. If I did choose to reject the registration, you can provide a reason that will be sent to the registrant maybe they've registered for Class AAA and you're not accepting any more Class AAA registrations, you could put that information here. But let's go ahead and accept this registration. There'll be a small prompt if you're charging registration fees, just confirming that you want to charge the credit card on file for the group. Click Accept and Charge. And now we've accepted that registration. If we go back to the registration site, so this is the group that just registered, they submitted their registration. They can view their registrations by either going to the My Registrations link at the top of the page or clicking the button at the end of their registration. Here you can see that registration I just submitted, 2025 Marching Maestro Classic for the County High School Marching Band, has been accepted. So that's it for registration. There are some additional things that apply to registration that we didn't get to show today. We'll show those in a later video. Thanks for watching.